Good morning, guys, and welcome to the vlog. I want to start this video out by saying, if you have not watched my four-wheel parts video where I explained exactly everything that went wrong with my truck and four-wheel parts, I'm going to put a link up here. You need to go watch that first so you have any kind of clue what I'm talking about in this video. Having said that, if you are one of the 50,000 people that watched the video in the first week or so that it went up, and you are one of the ones that suggested I reach out to corporate or whatever, well, they reached out to me yesterday. As I was at work and got a call, and I have on my phone the I pay for the service that tells you who's calling, the whatever advanced caller ID, not important, and I see four-wheel parts pop up on my phone and expect to fight. So anyway, I pick up. It's Peter from the Phoenix area office, and he told me he was the regional manager for, I believe, Southern California, Arizona, and Nevada is what he said, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, he said that the video I had made had come to his attention, obviously, and he wanted to to talk about it. That's fine. I relayed again the concerns I had, which aren't a secret, obviously. The couple hundred or the thousands of you that have watched the video obviously know what I went through, but he was able to talk to the store, and I guess the assistant manager that was working on the day that I had, or that they attempted to do my install, actually remembered my name. And that gives me two thoughts. First is, this all happened probably 4 months ago now. So if the assistant manager still remembers my name, I would think that it was a big enough deal to them that they knew something was not right, yet they still did nothing about it. Full disclosure, Peter did refund $200 of my money, which is what I paid, because I'd already been refunded for the alignment that wasn't done, and he did refund an additional 220 or 210, something like that, dollars, which is what I paid for the rest of the parts to be installed, which were either installed incorrectly or not installed at all. But at this point, it's not a money thing. I appreciate the gesture, even though it's 4 months later. This I'm on the fence, because obviously his opinion was I should have called corporate, and my opinion is the store knew the problem, they could have rectified it, or they could have called corporate and escalated it. But either way, that's not relevant. For me at this point, it's not a money issue. As I said, Aero Alignment was able to correct everything and get everything 100%. The truck drives great now. I'm absolutely in love with it. Here we are. As you guys know, every day it's my daily driven tank. Now, so like I said, I appreciate the gesture, but what I can't ignore, and what I've told some of you guys in the comments who've asked me is, what if they offer you money to take down the video, or what if, blah blah blah, whatever. I will say, to Peter's credit, I asked him, do you expect me to take down the video because of this refund? And he said no. He said absolutely not, and he said it may even be a plus to have it up. He mentioned that he wanted to use the video as a training tool and an example for those people, to show what can happen if there is such a lapse of customer service. And it's true. In a matter of weeks, 50,000 people, and that's just when I'm filming this now, 2 weeks after the video went out. So of course that number is going to grow. 50,000 people have watched that video, and if you even say that 1% of those people aren't going to use four-wheel parts now, that's a good amount of customers. And all that is based off of one person's doing. Now, Peter did tell me, obviously, that you know, maybe the tech was having a bad day, whatever. Okay, as some of you know, I'm a diesel tech also, not for an automotive company, but for an equipment company, a construction equipment company. And I have bad days as well. The difference is, you know, if I have a bad day and blow off my job and ruin a $2 million machine, I'm fired. You know, I don't get to just keep coming back to work and ruining stuff. But I also have the integrity that if I have having a bad day, I can separate that and do my job and leave my personal drama at home. And that's all well and good, but it still doesn't negate the fact that I called the shop foreman for 4 days after the incident and I never received a call back. That's the problem. And not to be negated also by the fact that this is clearly not an isolated incident. Based off your guys' comments on the original video, this is not an isolated incident, and this is not oh, we just messed up this one time. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stories in the comments of the original video, nationwide, of people having the same problems. What that doesn't account for is the absolutely piss poor service Michael gave us at the front counter. There's no excuse for that, and his demeanor and attitude the whole time was absolutely deplorable. And you know, like I said, if he could have got off his cell phone for a minute and made sure that the install was going right when I had concerns, you know, again, a lot of this would have been avoided. And frankly, there's no excuse for Michael. You just have no idea. You're worse than those guys at the gun store that think that they're, you know, special just because they get to sell you a gun. So I'm torn now, because did they give me my money back? Yes. Did they make it right with me? No, they didn't. You know, like I said, and Peter said during our phone call that a big reason he called, or a big reason that it was on the 4 Wheel Parts radar, is because of the amount of views it was getting. And you know, in my head, that tells me, oh, they realize, wow, I have an automotive YouTube audience, and I love you guys, and you guys made the video what it is and make the channel what it is, and that's great that we can all have that influence together and share those stories together. But 4 Wheel Parts all have admitted that it's only because the video's gaining such traction and going so viral that they even responded to it. My other concern is, this is just my story, and well, $200 isn't a lot of money. I'd already wrote off the money. I don't care. They could give me $2,000 and I would still never go there again, and never recommend any of you go there again. So my concern is, that's my story. In the comments, there's over 350 comments of other people having bad experiences with 4 Wheel Parts, and those stories are coming from nationwide. So I just wanted to put out a video that, yes, 4 Wheel Parts did respond. Am I endorsing them? No. Am I happy with what happened? No. Will I ever go back there? No. Will I suggest anybody I know or any viewer I have go back there? No. But they did respond, and you know, I guess better late than never at this point. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on what was going on. Again, like I said, if you haven't seen the video, I'll put it up again, and there'll be a link in the description now, so you can go and watch that video so you have a clue what's going on. But yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback on their response. I would love to hear your feedback on if you guys have any, you know, luck talking to corporate, if they've resolved it with you, if they do anything right for you. I'd love to hear about it, and we can keep this going. We can keep this channel of communication open, and as always, you guys are the best. You make this channel what it is. You keep what I do valuable, and Thank you.
As always, if you made it this far in the video, you are the absolute best. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was an absolute blast making it for you. If you did enjoy it, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button right in the middle of your screen. I've also put 2 videos here that I think you might like. Throw me a thumbs up, and as always, thank you so much for watching.